Let's say you've been noticing a few changes in yourself or a loved one lately. At first, it seems harmless. Maybe you're skipping meals more often or taking an afternoon nap that turns into a full-on siesta. Or perhaps you suddenly become quieter or less interested in things that you used to love. You think it's probably nothing, just a part of getting older, right? But then the little signs keep adding up, and you start to wonder, is this just a normal shift in life, or is there something more serious going on? These small changes might not be as innocent as they seem, and it could be time to take a closer look before they turn into something bigger. As time progresses, life becomes filled with changes, some we expect, and others catch us off guard. And while these changes are a natural part of growing older, they can be overwhelming and confusing for both you and your family. It's hard to watch yourself go through these changes, and even harder to understand what's truly happening. But recognizing these signs early can make all the difference. It can help you take action, ensuring that your final years are filled with comfort, love, and dignity. You deserve peace of mind knowing you're doing everything possible to live with ease and care. In today's video, I'm going to break down 5 shocking realities of life after 80 that you should never ignore. These aren't just random facts, they're essential things that every senior should know. If you're ready to learn more about caring for yourself in your later years, then this is the right place to be. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss out on more advice from elderly counsel. Let's make sure we're all equipped to handle the changes that come with aging together. Sign number 1. Sudden loss of appetite. You, someone who's always enjoyed meals, suddenly find yourself losing interest in food. What used to be an exciting part of your day now feels like a chore. At first, you might brush it off, thinking it's just one of those days. Or maybe the food just doesn't sound appetizing right now. But as time goes on, you start to realize it's not just a one-time thing. You're not feeling hungry, and even your favorite dishes aren't as appealing. You might wonder, is this just part of getting older, or is there something more to it? For adults in their latter years, it's normal for our metabolism to slow down and for our taste buds to lose some of their sensitivity. That's why food doesn't always taste the same as it once did. But when a sudden and noticeable loss of appetite sets in, it can be a sign of something more serious. It could be related to an underlying health issue, like organ decline, depression, or even a vitamin deficiency. Our bodies change in ways we don't always expect, and this is one change that shouldn't be ignored. A lot of families try to force their elderly loved ones to eat when they notice a drop in appetite, thinking it's just a phase. They might push you to eat more, thinking you've got to eat something. But pressuring yourself to eat when you're not hungry can actually make things worse. It can cause stress and anxiety around food, making it even harder to eat. It's important to recognize that forcing food isn't the solution. It's about understanding what's behind the loss of appetite. Instead of worrying about large meals, try to focus on small, nutritious snacks throughout the day. Things like smoothies, soft foods, or even a little of something you truly enjoy can be easier to manage. Nutrient-dense snacks are great because they give you the essential vitamins and minerals your body needs, even if you're not feeling up to a full meal. Eating small, manageable portions can make a big difference without overwhelming you. Loss of appetite isn't the only sign to keep an eye on. Another sign you may experience is extreme fatigue, which we'll talk about next. Sign number 2, extreme fatigue and drowsiness. Let's talk about you. You used to be full of energy, always on the go, taking walks in the park, cracking jokes, and chatting with everyone you met. You were the life of the party, weren't you? But lately, things seem different. You find yourself spending more time resting, not as interested in going out, and barely even getting up. And I can tell, you're wondering, what happened? Why are you suddenly so tired all the time? Maybe you think it's just because of age, right? But is it really just that? As we age, our bodies naturally change, and one of the biggest changes is how we produce energy. Our cells don't function as efficiently as they once did, and we lose muscle mass, which contributes to overall fatigue. But here's the thing, when the fatigue becomes extreme, it's more than just slowing down. It could be a sign of an underlying issue. For example, chronic conditions like heart disease or diabetes can cause fatigue because your body isn't circulating blood or oxygen as efficiently. Another common culprit is sleep apnea, a condition that often goes unnoticed, where your breathing is interrupted while you sleep, leaving you feeling exhausted even after a full night's rest. And don't forget about medications. Many seniors take multiple prescriptions, and some of those medications have side effects that can leave you feeling drowsy or sluggish. Now I get it. Many families assume that when an elder starts slowing down, it's just part of getting older. You might think, well, I'm getting older, so I need more rest. And yes, it's normal for energy levels to decrease with age, but when the fatigue becomes overwhelming, it's time to take it seriously. Don't fall into the trap of thinking it's just another part of growing old. The truth is, this kind of fatigue could be caused by something more serious. Sleep apnea, heart problems, or medication side effects. If you brush it off, you might miss the chance to address something that could be treated. So, what can you do? First and foremost, try to stay as active as possible. I know it's tough when you're feeling so tired, but even small movements can make a world of difference. Simple activities like stretching, walking around the house, or doing light exercises can help combat fatigue. Movement helps keep your body energized and your muscles strong. But if the fatigue doesn't get better, or if it's really making you feel miserable, don't wait too long to talk to your doctor. Extreme fatigue like this deserves attention. It's important to rule out any underlying health conditions, like sleep apnea, heart disease, or even side effects from medication. A doctor can run some tests and help figure out what's going on, so you're not left wondering if it's just age catching up with you. Extreme fatigue is just one sign, but there's another important area that many families overlook: changes in cognitive abilities. These shifts can be subtle at first, but they're just as important. Let's dive into that next. Sign number 3. Cognitive decline or memory loss. You used to remember everything, every detail, every event, every person's birthday. You could walk into any room and instantly recall where you left your glasses or what you were doing 5 minutes ago. But lately, it feels like things are slipping away. Maybe you've found yourself forgetting names or details that used to be second nature. Maybe you've repeated the same story to your loved ones more than once. You may be thinking, is this just part of getting older? Or why is this happening to me? Cognitive decline is a common part of aging, but when you start noticing frequent memory loss or confusion in familiar settings, it could signal something more. It's normal for some memory lapses to occur as you get older, but if you find yourself forgetting important things often or struggling to recall familiar information, it might be worth exploring further. Conditions like Alzheimer's disease or other forms of dementia can cause more severe cognitive issues, and recognizing these changes early on can help you manage them better. Many people write off these moments of forgetfulness as just getting older, but memory loss that disrupts your daily life isn't something to ignore. Early detection of cognitive issues can make a huge difference in slowing progression and maintaining independence. If you've been writing it off as just aging, it's important to reconsider and talk to a healthcare professional. To help maintain your memory, try keeping your brain active. Engage in activities like puzzles, reading, or even learning new skills. Keep a consistent routine. Routines are great for your mind and can help you stay focused. Also, don't hesitate to use tools like reminders, sticky notes, or a daily planner to stay on track. And if the memory issues persist, talk to your doctor. Early conversations can lead to better management, and in some cases, a plan to slow things down. Now, let's talk about another change you might notice: sudden shifts in behavior that can sometimes happen with aging. Sign number 4. Sudden mood swings or personality changes. You've always been calm, collected, and easygoing, but lately something's different. You find yourself getting irritated over little things that didn't bother you before. Or maybe you feel anxious, restless, and unsure about situations that once felt manageable. You may be wondering, why am I feeling this way? Is it just me getting older, or is something else happening? Mood swings or sudden personality changes in older adults are often linked to shifts in brain chemistry. As we age, the brain undergoes changes that can affect our mood and emotions. However, these changes can also be connected to underlying health issues, such as depression, the side effects of medication, or even neurological conditions like Parkinson's disease. It's important to note that while these mood changes can be a natural part of aging, they may also signal a need for further evaluation. Many people assume that mood swings are just a part of getting older. You might think, it's normal for me to get irritated or anxious sometimes, but it's essential not to ignore these changes, especially if they start affecting your daily life. Untreated conditions like depression or undiagnosed neurological issues can significantly impact your well-being, so it's crucial to address them before they worsen. If you notice that these mood swings or personality changes are persistent, don't hesitate to talk to your healthcare provider. Therapy or counseling can help manage stress and anxiety, and in some cases, medication can help stabilize your mood. Regular physical activity, like walking or yoga, can also improve your mental health by releasing feel-good chemicals in your brain. Reach out for support. There's no need to go through it alone. Smooth transition. We've discussed cognitive and mood shifts, but one more sign is often overlooked: changes in physical health. Let's dive into that next. Sign number 5, physical decline or loss of mobility. You've always been someone who was strong, active, and independent. You loved taking walks, whether it was around the park or just down the street to grab groceries. But lately, something's changed. Now you struggle to get out of your chair, and it's harder to walk without feeling pain. You might not want to admit it, but you can feel it in your body, in the way you move, or sometimes, the way you don't move at all. It's becoming harder to ignore, and it's affecting your ability to live the way you used to. Our bodies naturally go through changes as we grow old. Muscle mass decreases, bones get weaker, and conditions like arthritis can make even simple tasks painful. But when you start noticing a rapid decline in your mobility, or if the pain becomes more than just an occasional discomfort, it could be a sign of something more serious. It could be an untreated fracture, or it might even be linked to a neurological condition like Parkinson's disease, which affects motor skills and movement. It's easy to assume that these mobility issues are just part of getting older and push through the pain. You might think, this is just my body changing, and try to deal with it on your own. But ignoring it could lead to even more serious complications down the road. The sooner you address these mobility problems, the better your chances of finding a treatment that will help you regain your independence. Don't wait too long. Acting early can help prevent the condition from getting worse. To help with these mobility challenges, start with gentle movements that won't strain your body. Things like stretching exercises, light walking, or even swimming can help keep your muscles and joints flexible. A physical therapist can work with you to create a personalized plan to help restore movement and reduce pain. They can teach you techniques to regain strength and increase flexibility, which will make a big difference in your ability to move comfortably. It's never too late to take small steps toward improving your mobility and managing pain more effectively. Now that we've covered the signs of physical decline, let's take a moment to address something equally important: the emotional impact of aging. Watching yourself grow weaker can be heartbreaking. It's hard to face the reality of how much things have changed. It's not easy to see yourself, someone who was once independent and full of life, struggle with the very things that once came so easily. You might feel frustrated, maybe even afraid of what lies ahead. The simple acts of getting out of bed, going for a walk, or remembering a name seem like insurmountable obstacles. The emotional toll of these changes can feel overwhelming. But by understanding these signs, you now have the knowledge to respond with love, patience, and the right actions. Instead of focusing on fear, you can choose to focus on preparedness. It's about being proactive, not reactive. You've learned to recognize the subtle shifts, and now you can approach them with a calm, clear mind. You can make decisions that allow you to provide the best care possible, ensuring that both you and your loved ones are as comfortable as possible during this chapter of life. You have the power to help ease the burden. If you've noticed any of these signs, whether it's memory loss, mood swings, mobility issues, or changes in physical health, take a moment today to acknowledge them and act accordingly. It doesn't take much to take action. Don't wait for the situation to worsen before you act. Every little action counts. It's the small actions can make the biggest difference in your life. And if you're feeling uncertain, don't hesitate to reach out for support. You don't have to navigate this journey alone. Caring for yourself in your latter years is a challenge, but it doesn't have to be a burden. With the right knowledge, compassion, and a little extra attention, you can make their days brighter and more comfortable. The road may be tough at times, but every effort you make will help create a sense of peace and comfort. To recap, we've covered 5 key signs that you or your loved ones might experience as they age. These are loss of appetite, extreme fatigue, cognitive decline, mood swings, and physical decline. If you start noticing any of these signs in yourself or someone close to you, don't ignore them. Addressing these signs early can make a significant difference in managing your health and ensuring that you get the right care at the right time. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these signs resonated with you? What steps have you taken to address these changes? Please comment below. I'd really appreciate hearing your thoughts and experiences. Let's share and learn from one another. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to the channel for more insights on elderly care and family health. There's so much more we can explore together to ensure that you live a fulfilled life. You'll find practical advice, expert tips, and much more, so don't miss out. Thank you for watching Elderly Counsel. Stay strong, stay informed, and remember, you're not alone on this journey. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue learning and growing together. Take care.